What's going on, traders? I want to do a quick little update video on my journey so far. I do apologize for this microphone. That's the only one that I have. I don't want to use my headset that I usually use to record my videos. I need to get the USB mic with the little arm or whatever. But anyways, that's not here or there. But let's go over what happened so far and where I'm at as far as trading and things like that. So first things first, I've been trading full-time for about 6 months, and some of you might know, not know, but I used to work in the kitchen, and I just hated it. Anyways, loved it at first, turned into a hate, done with that. So anyways, I didn't have any full-time experience as far as trading. I did trade on my days off when I had a full-time job with Max system, and I wasn't really, I was still new, so I really didn't fully understand what the system is capable of or how to even properly use it, for example. So I did get more comfortable as I was trading, but then again, I was only trading like 2 days out of the week, sometimes one. So if you have full-time job and you work in the mornings, which I did, and you're trying to trade, I suggest either switch to Forex, where you can trade 24 hours, or crypto. Technically speaking, Max system works on pretty much any instrument. It just works really well on the ES. But long story short, I did trade Forex for just a little bit, not too, like maybe 2-3 months during the pandemic. But I didn't like Forex for myself. I don't like the strategy that I was using. I bought a course from this other guy. Doesn't really matter, but yeah, Forex wasn't for me, so I chose futures just because I don't have to watch different pairs. I can just trade one instrument and make money. So yeah, let's talk about what happened. So in these 6 months, I actually passed 3 evals. All 3 were with Apex, and number 1, my first paid account was I got it the first month after I went full-time, and that was, I'm not even gonna lie, that was a very, very lucky trade. I was actually trading NQ and the ES at the same time. I do not recommend that. Just as a beginner, don't just focus on one instrument, and I don't recommend NQ either because it's very volatile. It moves crazy. So stick to ES, the S&P 500, and like I said, I got lucky in a trade. I went long with 2 contracts on NQ, and it was basically a breakout, and the price shoot up, and I made like $2,700 that day, and basically passed the eval literally in 1 day. So it was really crazy trade. Again, super lucky. There's no skill required, but we'll come back to that skill part in a minute. But yeah, I lost that account like a couple weeks later, actually, maybe like 3-4 weeks. About a month. I lost that account about a month. And then number 2, second account I got with Polarity ATI. Now, if you guys don't know what Polarity ATI is, it's from Futures Analytica, and it's basically order flow automated with $400 or $450. Now, again, full disclaimer, nothing against Connor, who is the creator of this chart and this system, and honestly speaking, I do not recommend this to a beginner, and because if you don't know how to trade order flow and how to read order flow, then you won't be successful with this. You have to know how to read the price, and you have to know where your support resistance and what price is doing and things like that. So again, when I got it, I got super lucky with 3 trades in a row with Max contracts, and yeah, I lost that account literally like the next week because I got 4 bad trades in a row. So that's that. And then last account I got with a price action, which is Max system, and I lost that one around September area, or yeah, end of September. So what's the reason they got got blown away? Well, number 1 is range trading, and that was my biggest biggest hurdle. Well, not the biggest. I think fear and hesitation is the biggest for me right now. But revenge trading, for those of you who don't know, is basically when you have a loss and you trying to make money back with another trade, and next thing you know, you have 2 losses. Then you think to yourself, well, I got to make that money back, like, for sure. And next thing you know, you have 3 losses, and so on and so forth, and basically like a snowball effect where it's like you just can't stop, and next thing you know, your account is blown. The second one is too many contracts. I went from 1 contract to like 2 to 4, like within a week, and for some of you, 4 contracts might not seem like a lot, but to me it is. They just scale too fast, and those two kind of go hand in hand, because once you have a loss with 4 contracts, it depends on what your stop loss is and all that. It could be, for me, it was around $400, sometimes $500, and trying to make that money back, and next thing you know, you're down $1,000 or $900. So again, snowball effect, and very, very tough. And the third one is basically after all those, after all said and done, with the 3 accounts blown and revenge trading and all that stuff, the fear and hesitation kicks into play, right? Because you did the damage to your psychology, and now you have fear after all that stuff. So again, how do I fix all these things? Well, number one, revenge trading, what I do now is I usually take a break. If I have a loss, I take a break and I just walk my dogs, and get lunch, whatever it is, and I just come back with a fresh mind and slowly get back into the market, right? And I don't revenge trade anymore. I don't think I did it for quite a long time, because again, I learned the hard way, because if I didn't revenge trade, I probably had my accounts, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, but for me it was really, really bad, and I had to stop. And number 2 was too many contracts. Again, now I had to basically start from the bottom. I had to start with 1 contract. Now I was trading with 1 contract for maybe like few weeks, maybe like 2 weeks. Now I'm at 2 contracts, and I honestly think that 2 contracts for me is probably the happy medium. I feel really comfortable with 2 contracts. Now, does that mean I'm gonna scale up? Probably not. Am I gonna scale, or I'm gonna stay with 2 contracts forever? No. Eventually I'll scale up, but right now it's my comfort zone. I'm okay with having a loss with 2 contracts, again, depending on the size of the candle, and that's another thing too that I want to mention. With Max system, you have to place your stop loss below the signal bar. Now, I do want to mention this: if your signal bar is 20 ticks, don't take the trade. It's simple as that. At least for me, I can't take that trade, because 19 ticks, 20 ticks, 18 ticks, that's a lot of money. Even for 2 contracts, that's a lot of money. So maybe scale down to 1 contract and take the trade, but even then, 20 ticks, that could be almost over $200. So again, that's at least how I see it now. Like, if I have a candle, my ideal candle, signal bar candle, is anything below 15. I'm comfortable with that. I'll take the trade. I'm good. 17, 16, 18, that's, for me, that's pushing it. And that just comes down from experience, right? You know what your limit is, and you have to watch out for that and learn from that. And third one is, again, hesitation. For me, at the moment, that's the biggest hurdle that I have to overcome as far as mentally. And I feel like hesitation, for me, that's the last part that I need to kind of fix and kind of work on and conquer in my mind and my psychology. And I feel like once I get that fixed and figure that out, I feel like I'll be one step closer to basically unlocking my full potential as far as trader. And because I know how to read the chart well. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm I think that for how long I've been doing it, I think I can read it pretty good. And again, sometimes I still have trouble finding trends and things like that, but overall I think I'm doing okay as far as that aspect. I don't have trouble when I'm in a trade. I don't have trouble staying in a trade. Sometimes when I'll scalp out early just because the way the market moves and I don't like it, yes, but most of the times I don't move my stop loss, I don't move my take profit, I set it and I forget it basically. Again, like derivatives trading, I don't do that anymore. If I have a loss, I walk away. I don't scale up any contracts. I don't need to. I am comfortable with 2, and you can make money with 2 contracts. You can make money with 1 contract, really. It just depends on how you trade. And last is the hesitation for me, and that's what I need to keep working on. And so what else helped me as far as all these things go? Well, number one, I do want to mention, and some of you might know this already, but Mark Douglas, he's a great, he was a great author and coach, trading coach, rest in peace. But his workshop and his book. So Trading in the Zone workshop, it's 4 parts, and it's by Volatility Trading. He has it on his channel. Highly recommend. Watch the 4 parts. It's about 4 or 5 hours long, and watch his video. And it's just, it's stuff that he says is amazing. Like, it's just, when I finished watching his videos, like, it really started changing my, like, something happened. Like, it really, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it really helped me to understand what trading is all about, really. And he does a great job of explaining it. And basically, you have to think in probabilities, right? And what is probabilities? Or how do you know the probabilities? Well, your edge. You have to trade your edge. But anyways, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but watch it. Please watch it. And then Trading in the Zone, his book as well. Awesome book. Probably the only trading book that I recommend is this one. I don't recommend any other books. Books don't teach you life stuff. Like, they teach you stuff that already happened afterwards, hindsight trading, and nobody cares about hindsight trading. At least I don't. So this is the only book that I recommend. Again, you can do it on an audiobook. And again, it's just a fantastic book. And these two kind of go hand in hand. His workshop and the book kind of go hand in hand, because he uses some of the examples in the workshop from the book. And so that was huge. And another thing that helped me too was the studying my charts. Studying my charts every day, every night, and then compare it to max. Make sure my trend channels are good. Make sure my trend lines are good. Make sure my ranges are good. Trades, like if you're marking trades, compared to his. And I noticed a huge improvement on just to studying your charts, really. What I would also recommend is, if you want to learn like the trend channels and things like that, get a chart that's already happened, like just a static chart, right? And just look at it. Doesn't have to be live or anything. Just make sure it's already been established. Like, for example, take Friday's chart. Just open that up and start drawing your channels, right? Start drawing your channels and see how they fit, where the channel is going, where's the break, where's the new high, where's the new low, where's the range. It really helps you to kind of see the price action without, I know it's not like live, it's not forming, but it still helps you a lot just to look at the chart and say, okay, this is what's happening right now, this is what's it doing. And then you can also switch over to the replay mode, where I know NinjaTrader replay mode is not really that great, but it doesn't really matter, it's price action. So again, replay mode, load any day of the week, and start from 8:30 and just click replay on 1 speed, and just watch the price go and draw your trend channels, draw your entries, your whatever. If you just want to focus on channels, that's fine. Just focus on your channels, that's okay. You don't have to focus on your entries and things like that. But that was what I was doing that, and basically I was doing that on the weekends. And I also have Max premium content. He has a bunch of video lessons and then tons and tons. I would do it every day. I would, at the end of a trading day, I would just pick a random lesson, or pick a lesson that you're not sure about. Like, for example, like, trend channels, perfect example. Like, how do you draw trend channels? I do believe he has it. and that's, I think that's how I learned it too. I'm pretty sure he has it, and you just search it, boom, trend channels, and he'll explain it to you. Or like how to trade failures, right? How do I trade failure? What's a failure? Search it, he has it on there. All the things all the questions that you have probably right now, he probably has it on his premium content. And not only that, he has articles and he has videos too, so that's huge. And I would do that every day. I would ask, like, what's a range? How do you draw a range? What's what's congestion? What does it consider congestion? Like, all these things, like, where did your stop loss go? Where did your, where did you take profit? Where's your entry go? Like, all these basic things that you need to know. He has it all there. And the premium membership's only $100 a year. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, some people charge thousands of dollars for that stuff, and half the time it doesn't even work. Anyways, and then study your trades. I also had a journal that I would do every day, and I would just first I would write down, like, let me see if I can have it here. I would write down, like, how was I feeling? Yeah, journey, there you go. No, that's not it, sorry. There you go. So these were, like, my thoughts and things like that. Like I said, made 2 trades in the ES using pads. It went well. Still didn't, like I said, I still don't see a lot of entries, but that comes with experience and time and chart. The lesson with Max about trading ranges, because for the most part it was a range day. On a range day, you want to have your areas mapped and basically trade from top to bottom. I was using 1 scalp and 1 runner. I think I will switch to just 2 scalps instead of 1 scalp and 1 runner. So that was just basic, journal. And as I was recording my trades, I would review the videos, right? And I would say, okay, why this worked, why it didn't work. Again, doesn't have to be in detail, just very basic, how you feel today. Like I said here, look, today was painful. I took 2 trades, both losses. One was right at the market open and into resistance level, lesson learned. And again, these things is how you learn. Like, that's, I mean, I don't know what else to really, like, tell you guys, other than just jog your trades. And I don't do this anymore, just because like I said, I do the videos on my trades. So, but I highly recommend. God, it really helps you realizing what you need to do. And last one is focus on your end goals and not the money. A lot of new traders that come in and they think they're gonna make a lot of money, and it is not the case at all. You probably won't make money the first 6 months. It's just, you won't. And if somebody else tells you otherwise, they're lying. Simple as that. Focus on the process. Focus on the process. Focus on the progress. And visualize the end goal. Like, say to yourself, 1 year I want to be able to make $500 a day. That's, again, something that's realistic. Don't say, like, oh, I want to make $1,000 a day when I first start trading. That will never happen. Okay, start, I want to make $50 a day. Okay, and then in 2 months I want to make $100 a day. Fine. So having those goals in mind, and you're not always gonna make those goals, like, but it's gonna help you to further go into, or to help you further to kind of focus on what you need to do in order to achieve that goal. Because sometimes the market won't give you that. Like, sometimes the price action is slow, and it won't. You have no entries. You have no trades. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna force a trade, or are you gonna call it a day? I usually call it a day, or switch to a sim account and just trade that. If you need to get a trade out of your system, switch to a sim account, and that's it. Wait until next day, because the market's always going to be there. It's not going anywhere. So focus on the process. Focus on the process. That's really, really important. And also trade your setups. Don't focus on the money. Focus on the setups. And the more you're going to be focused on the chart and the process of it, the more money will come later, right? I don't know if that makes any sense, but again, it's about the focus and about your trading not about the money. So the sooner you realize it, the better you will be. And then what's the other money things that kind of help me? Well, number one, good night's sleep. I know it sounds stupid and self-explanatory, but it's crucial, especially for your mind, right? Your brain. Trading is very heavy on your mind, not so much physical, but your mind has to be very refreshed and very focused. So I noticed that when I don't get enough sleep, or if I just wake up late, or I wake up tired, I noticed that my trading does suffer a little bit, where I'm not as focused as much, or I don't have that much of attention. So get enough, go to bed early and get enough sleep. 7 to 8 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours. Usually for me, 7 hours, I'm good. Number two is a good breakfast. I did a little experiment last month where one week I would just eat basically like a yogurt and like a banana and an apple, and I noticed that my concentration is not there. Like I'm not as focused. And then one week I did where I got full breakfast, like eggs, bacon, whatever, sausage, oatmeal, things like that, toast. And I noticed that I was very into what I was doing. I was super focused and super paying attention to the chart. I was on it. I was on top of it. So very, very crucial. Good night's sleep and good breakfast. And then third one is make sure you have quiet space to trade. Now if you have kids and you're watching your kids and trying to trade, I'm sorry, but that's not gonna work. If you have construction next door or something, or your significant others trying to talk to you or something, have a conversation, nah, that doesn't work. At least for me, I need quiet space to focus on the charts. I know sometimes my girlfriend will come in and try to have a conversation, and next thing you know, I'll try to take a trade and it's already gone, and it's just the whole. Just have space, quiet space, just to focus. You need that. Number four, again, this is for me in my situation. It might not pertain to you, but if you are watching other traders, please don't. I know for me, I would compare myself to them, and I'm like, dude, the guys that you're watching, they've been trading for 5+ years, and you trying to compare that to yourself. That doesn't really make any sense. It's like me compared to Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. It's like, dude, I can play soccer, but they're the professionals. They've been doing it for longer than me and have more skill. And so don't try to watch them. It's just not really that great. I mean, you can learn from them, yes, and they have a lot of information. Like I used to watch Trades by Matt, great trader. I discovered Top Step through him, and but again, he trades in Q, so why would I watch him? Because I only trade ES. So again, Patrick Wyman, I don't know his last name, but great trader again. But for me, there's no purpose of watching him. Now I do watch only one guy, and you probably know him. It's a Hermit Trader. But the reason I watch him is I watch him because of my trend channels. I try to compare his to mine and vice versa. Not vice versa, but just make sure I'm on the right track, really. Not so much as far as trading. I don't care what he trades or what trades he takes. I don't care about that. I just want to make sure that I am on the right judgment. That's the only reason why I watch him. And sometimes I actually don't. I just turn it off because I'm trying to focus on my chart. And then lastly, watch motivational videos. We all gonna have red days. I'm gonna have a red day. You're gonna have a red day. We all gonna have red days, and red days are just part of the job. Really, it really is. Losses and red days are part of the job. It does not matter how you spin it, how you turn it. It will happen. It will continue to happen. Deal with it now, before than after. The sooner you deal with it, the sooner you realize that trading red days is just part of the job. And when I have a red day, I usually try to watch motivational videos, just to keep my my energy positive and my attitude positive and things like that. So helps me a lot to stay focused and to to be on the right path. And I do want to say one thing that kind of in my mind as far as when you're trying to trade as a new trader, and trading it's all or nothing. It really is. And if you're a new trader and if you're trying to make this as a business, I say you made the right decision. But I also say that you have to be fully committed and fully motivated to do this. Like, trading is very lonely. It's just you, nobody else, and nobody's gonna push you. Nobody's gonna scream at you because you lost money. It's really on you. So you have to push yourself to do this. And for me, I love staring at the chart. I love it. I love trying to see the candles form. I love, trying to read the chart, where the price might be going, what it's doing. I love it. Okay. And the best thing about trading is it's a skill. Like, you don't need to have talent to be successful at trading. The sooner you realize that, the better, right? Because you can learn a skill, and you can practice the skill, and you can be successful. And that's exactly what trading is. And just like anything else, trading takes time. Building the skill takes time. Practicing, honing the skill takes time. So again, depends on how motivated you are, how what your goals are. For me, like I said, I would study every day, all day, 8 hours a day, sometimes 10 hours a day. Sometimes my brain would hurt, and I would have to stop and just take a breather and relax and come back to it. Like, for me, trading is it. Like, I cannot fail in trading. I won't fail. I cannot fail. It's not an option. It won't happen. It just won't. I will never go back to the kitchen ever again. That will never happen. Okay. And if I have to get a job, to part-time job or whatever, to support my bills or whatever, fine, I'll go be a janitor. I don't care. But as long as I can trade during the day, that's all that matters to me, really. It really, like, I see the potential. I visualize myself in a year from now or whatever that I will be successful. I see the goal. I see it in my mind, and that's what you need to understand. You need to want this. If you don't want this, don't do it. Okay? And that's simple as that. If you think that I want to just try it and just kind of like see what no, like, if you want to just try it, fine, go on a sim and try it and see how it feels, and play with that and do it as a hobby. That's fine. Plenty of people do it as a hobby, as a like a side hustle, right? For me, I want to do it full time as my job, right? So if you just want to dip your toes and kind of see what it feels like, cool, that I have no problem with that. But understand that it's very different from just a hobby or just sim trading to actual being a job. So I want to get that out there. And again, I'm not trying to scare anybody. And again, trading is fantastic. I love it, and you can be very successful at it. But I just want you to know that it's extremely hard. And I think that's about it for the video. Just a real quick on what I'm working on at the moment. So I do have 3 evals, 2 with Apex, 1 with Top Step. Again, not Top Step, Top Pick. If you don't know what Top Pick is basically these guys right here. The reason I like them because they trade PATs. They use max system, and they also have a educational course as well based on price action. Now, I don't have the course. It's about $500, which I don't have $500 to spend on a course. But if somebody does buy this, please let me know how it is, because I'm very curious, because they have video courses, you have homework, and you have quizzes, and you have static charts, Q&A support, and things like that. So, and they also post a chart analysis as well. Sometimes they do it during the day, sometimes they do a pre-market. And their prices are good as well. as far as the plans go. So check them out. I think they're doing some really good stuff. Again, I don't really know what the course is about. I don't know if I don't think that I don't think it's similar to like Max, because Max is about what I pay like $100 or $200. I can't remember what his manual is. I don't think it's like that. I think it's a little bit more in depth. But again, I don't know. But if one of you guys decide to get this course, please let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious what it's like. I just don't want to spend $500, you know. And right, so two evals with Apex, one with Topic, and one of the evals I am trading, like I said in my Friday's video, I'm trading kind of like my own system combination with order flow and the price action, and I've been trying to do that for a little while, and I just haven't found the right balance, so to speak. But this past week I had really good results, and I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing with it, and just to see, you know, what's gonna happen next few weeks. Again, I think it's kind of cool to develop your own kind of, I guess, system, so to speak. I don't think it's a system. I think it's I don't know how to describe it, but for me it works pretty well, and I'm really happy with it. And like I said, it was just a combination. If you want to know what it is, just look at my Friday's video. It's towards the end of the video, I'll talk about it. Yeah. And then number two, what I'm doing is, again, I'm trying to, the funny thing is with pads is when I trade my own system, I take like 5-6 trades, and I don't record them, because again, I'm still working on the whole, you know, finding out what works, what doesn't work. And most of them, I do have losers. Some of them are losers, and most of them are winners. And the funny thing is, I take trades more on that system than pads, which I don't understand. Like, I really don't know why I don't pull it. I really don't know why I don't pull a trigger, because I see the setups all the time, and it's like, I don't know, it's weird. But my point was, I take more trades on the other system than pads, which is kind of weird. But either way, that's just work in progress. And then number three, I want to build a community for the beginner traders. Anybody who's thinking about trading or who wants to start in trading and things like that. Again, I have a Discord open. Right now, it's not really many people in it, but that's okay. But if you have any questions or whatever, just post it on there. I'm usually always in the Discord, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. And if I can't answer the questions, I'll definitely point you in a direction or to somebody who can answer those questions. Again, I want to help people, and I want to be, you know, available for people who, you know, again, trying to start out for the first time, and don't know if you don't know what direction to take, whether it's, you know, futures trading or pads or whatever, right? Just, you can still ask questions, it doesn't really matter. And then the last thing I kind of wanted to do was maybe start streaming, but again, with streaming, it's kind of difficult because you have an audience, and when you have an audience, you have that extra stress of like, oh, I need to be right, you know. So streaming maybe next year, I don't know. Like I said, most likely not, but again, maybe that's something that I can do in the future. But yeah, I think that's it for the video. I hope you find this stuff helpful, and you know, if you have any questions or comments, just either, you know, drop it down below, or, you know, ask me in Discord. Again, I hope this was helpful, and like I said, if you have any other questions, just let me know. But that's it from me. Enjoy your weekend, guys, and see you guys on Monday. Thanks. Bye.